Hey everybody, welcome to Shift Happens, week number 172.
As you can see, Kyro Man's not here with us. He's at a horse show down in Dallas. We got Brownie here with us, hanging out.
Is that him?
Oh, Tim! Hey!
Wow, he's back!
Alright everybody, welcome to Shift Happens. I like my makeshift band-aid.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Makeshift band-aid.
Ooh.
It's not duct tape,
That's ingenious.
so it's not. It's Scotch tape and a Kleenex. Duct tape. So, alright, first of all,
MacGyver here.
what's that?
MacGyver.
I can make a nuclear bomb out of that. He could, you know. Do you remember MacGyver?
That's a great show. Were you old enough to remember that?
You're not. You two are the same age. So, alright, so here's the deal. Normally, and I don't normally brag about, I don't think I do.
You should.
But,
You should on this point.
Yes.
I do got to say kudos to Sean and I like to call her the girl. Used to be a teenager. We now call her the girl because she's growing up. Blake just showing horses since she was like 2 years old, and she showed 2 nights ago at the World Show as an amateur. So she moved up. So she's with the big kids now, and it was pretty cool. So Blake's done killer. Love you, kiddo. You've always done awesome. But what you did 2 nights ago was even amazing because Blake ended up 9th in the world at her first amateur world show. And this is what's funny about it. At first she was disappointed. And I was like, what are you disappointed about? You know, because you can see this look of disappointment on her face. And that comes from, I think she's always done well.
Very well. Very well.
And we're like, oh my gosh, kiddo, you know, Blake rode her horse all of 3 times this year. Seriously, I don't think I told you 3 times. That's right, 3. And she ends up 9th in the world. And on a horse, Hot Lips Cookie, that I can now say this, we had cut it under wraps. So about a year ago, actually should have been dead. Cookie shouldn't have lived through what she lived through. So it was her final goodbye. And so now the thing is, now we got to find a new horse for her because we retired Cookie. So I just, congratulations, Blake. Your daddy is very, very proud of you. So with that, back to the shift. So these 2 guys covered the Honda. Well, you busted your butt. I mean, I heard you were tired.
Well,
I was tired.
I wasn't. I was ready.
So, but anyway, so it was interesting while I was there, and this is something about shift never we're going to talk about. But while I was there, is there was a guy that said he was a chiropractor. This is the stuff. See, you didn't know I was going to do this. But I wanted to introduce him last year, and I'm going to say his name, Brand Chiropractic, because I guess he's famous all over the world. But I went up to this jerk. Yeah, I said that, dude. Sunday night to adjust Blake because her right SI joint was bad. She goes, Dad, my AS hip is killing me. So I went up to this guy and I said, hey, can I borrow your table? Guess what he said?
No. Absolutely.
And now here's the funny thing. He doesn't adjust. He's got like people hooked up and rubbing oils on him and stuff. And I was like, yeah, that. He doesn't even adjust him. And I was like, dude, it's my kid. And he goes, I said, I'll pay you money to use your table to adjust my daughter. And he turns, look at me, and goes, absolutely not. And so to Brand Chiropractic in Texas, you're a jerk, pal. I don't mean that. I know it may be wrong to say it, but it was my kid. And so of course I did as I unleashed my wife on him, and that wasn't pretty. So anyway,
good job,
make sure
John.
you put Brand Chiropractic right here, because I was pretty open about my feelings about it. Because I would never do that. And I mean, that's how much I love this profession. And it was my kid who was getting ready to show at the biggest horse show in the world. And he goes, absolutely not.
That's ridiculous.
And I wouldn't even pay him. So anyway, that's
Okay.
all I got. So
Quick story. We are
Book
reading short book report for you guys. Focus by Daniel Goleman. Very intelligent human being.
I gotta say, when I found that book, because it was on Amazon, it popped up in my feed, and I was like, this looks like a really good book. You know, just kind of had some stuff in there. Then I started reading it, and I was like, oh my God, this book is like, oh, this is hard to read. Because he talks about the neural cortex and the amygdala and upper and lower, and I was like, maybe I should have said this is a good book. Sorry, Jeff May. But anyway, it's a good book.
We're reading it right now, and
I'm waiting for it done.
Well, I'm reading it right now. He's done with it, and
I'm getting ready to start it.
So we're working on it together. Anyway, one of his focus is the technology of the world and how it's ruining relationships. You know,
great.
people. Yeah, it is.
No, I don't.
So, you know, when people are talking everything, 2 minutes into their conversation, they pull out their phone and they look at text messages or check their email, or in meetings, they just go,
I just got a text, by the way.
Did you?
That's
awesome. Did you check it?
I really didn't get it. It's probably Sean because they're driving home.
So anyway, it's ruining personal relationships. You're missing cues on facial expressions, on relationships, on how to best build them. So my nephew, surprise, got to babysit him on Saturday afternoon, and he's 11, and he walked in.
Him.
Hang out.
He walked in with his phone and his Kindle, and walked into the house and decided, oh, I'm just going to sit down and play with my Kindle. Where can I plug it in? I'm like, you can plug it in there, but you're coming with me. And the next 2 hours, we did a lot of yard work, filled up like a dozen bags of leaves, which was awesome. He actually had a good time, and took him out to dinner, very happy, healthy the whole way, and he actually enjoyed himself away from his Kindle. And at the very end of the night, he's like, thanks, Uncle Brad. I had a great time, and I didn't even turn on my Kindle. Didn't turn on his phone. He enjoyed relationships, and he had fun being productive. And he said, you know, it was one of the greatest days he's ever had.
You know what's interesting though, in that book it talks about that the average teenager gets 100 texts a day. That's an average teenager.
A day.
And
Yeah.
And I think about it. There's times, and I learned this from my good friend Gary Ryan Blair. You know, fortunately, he taught me this before come of age with cell phones and technology. But I remember he told me this is when you go out to eat or go to the playground with your kids, leave your phones at home. And when you're having an engagement with somebody, don't check your phones. And you guys, I mean, I don't know if you've noticed this, but like when we're having a meeting with each other from my phone, I said, I got to get that because I'm waiting for a call. I learned that from Gary, where I've actually gone with somebody with a friend of mine, and we've gone for like a cup of coffee or a latte or something like that. Or I've gone golfing with somebody that is constantly checking their phone. I won't golf with them again. And or if I'm engaged, and I've had this just happen about a year ago back here at Scooters, and he kept checking his phone, and I was like, all right, well, I'll see you later. He goes, no, I'm not done. I was like, no, obviously your phone's more important. Mm-hmm. And Gary taught me when you have that engagement with somebody, don't check your phone. I remember there was a time Sean and Blake and I were at Red Robin, and there was a dad there. Remember this?
Oh.
There was a dad there, and his little girl kept standing over and talking to him, so I was engaging with her. Mm-hmm. And he was checking his phone. And he looked up and he said something to the little girl about not bothering us. I said, no, it's okay. I said, you're busy on your phone. I'll take care of your daughter. And he didn't even get it. And then when we left, I got up to leave, and I said, you know, I'm going to scold you here a little bit. I go, she's this tall for not very long, and then I had Blake there, and then she's this tall. They go from here to here very fast. What's on your phone can wait.
Not important.
And you know what? He got mad at me. And I don't
Of course
care.
he did.
Yeah, jerk. So he probably goes to Brand Chiropractic down in Texas, by the way. Brand Chiropractic. So I hashtagged him. Can I say what Eagles' hashtag was?
Eagles?
Eagles, yeah.
What was it?
Hashtag dipshit.
That fit very well.
Yeah. So anyway.
Okay.
Anything else? What do you got?
No, I think
We're going to end with technology.
Well, you hit it just like I was going to bring up the restaurant thing, where you see so many people when you walk in a restaurant. It used to be like, you know, couples go out to, you know, be away from the kids or whatever, have a nice dinner. You see them both on their phones where they're not engaging or doing anything anymore. So
I think what Matt said, in that book it talks about it. It takes away, and I mean that book of reinforcement. I learned that from Gary a long time ago. Is you know, if I go somewhere with somebody, and if I'm golfing, I don't check my phone. You know, you and I, when we used to golf together, it was a rule we would check our phones.
Yeah.
And so anyway, so we're going to end with technology.
Yeah.
Sorry, but
so download the new Chiropractor app.
Yeah. So what you're going to do is we have a couple apps. We've got the Koca app, which is a rocket app,
Yep.
and we also have what's called MyChiroTown. What you can do with MyChiroTown is you can be able to access your information. So in order to get it, it's for the iPhone and the Droid. Just go to our Facebook page right here. Oh, we're not going to do that, are we? We're not doing it. So all the stuff that you said right here, forget it. That's not going to be there.
Imagine it.
right there.
It's colorful.
So take that back. Whoopsie. So hashtag oops. But anyway, go in the office. You'll see the little barcodes around, or on the Facebook page. We've got them around. You scan that, enter our code KCC003, and boom, you're in. Do it. So with that, you got anything?
Sign up, and you guys personalize it to you. It's pretty cool.
It's very rock, and it's just going to get better.
Yeah, it's really, yeah.
Anything else? All right, I'm going to shut the camera off.
Okay.